Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, this is Pit Flow. We're continuing at where we left off uh, on other blocks. Yes, on our previous video, which I'm going to leave a link below. Um, we spoke of other block type 1, and then today we're going to talk about other blocks type 2. Yeah, so let's have a little recap. Or let me just go straight to the point. All right, so before I start, right, I need to get something done. So I need to give you some. All right, so let's go straight to the point, right? Don't mind me, I'm just kidding. Now we spoke of other block being the last bullish and the last bearish candle. That's what prevent price from going below or above them, right? So last bullish bearish candle. So when price buys all the way up, when it comes down, this guy prevents it from going below or lower, and it goes to take out this high as it does all the time, right? So now the same way, if price, we have bearish order block, we have a last bearish candle. So when price sells and it goes back up, this guy prevents price from going what further, right? So yes, so this is the bearish order block. I mean, we now understand what these bearish order blocks are. Yeah, now today we're going to talk about this is type 1. Okay, what we spoke about was bearish order block or other blocks type 1. Now we have other blocks type 2 that we have to look at, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. So yes, order block type 2. All right, so let's go straight to the point. What is order block type 2? Order block type 2 combines two scenario, okay, or two important levels that price has to reject. All right, so we have with this we have a bullish and a bearish candle. These two candles preventing price from going one direction, right? So this is how I'm going to make it. We have a level 1, okay, if the price is bullish, and we have a level 2. All right, so if price buys, all right, this level should prevent price from what selling too much, or this level should prevent price from selling too much. This is level 2 order block, level 2, right? There are instances that this is very important. That's why you need to learn this before we proceed to the next stage. All right, so I'm going to use candlesticks to start the illustration. We go straight to the point. We have our first low, right? Let's assume price was coming from somewhere. So we have let me start with a bullish candle at this. Sorry, bullish. Okay, all right. So bearish, right? Price was coming from somewhere. So this could be bullish, right? Bullish, yes, and then bearish. Good. So we have something like this, all right? Now price is bullish from this area. Where we are looking at is the bullish section, right? So we have something like this. Okay, price going up, price going up. Here like the case, price is trying to what come down, give us a retracement or something. We have price starting to sell. Okay, as price start to sell, what do? We start looking at the next or the last bullish candle before this bullish move. You understand? We have to look at the last bullish candle before this bullish push up. So what do? Where is the last bullish candle, which is this guy? All right. So what happened? Price closed above it. This bullish candle has taken out what? This swing high. So this is a smaller what time frame swing high, right? So when this happens, it's up to price to hold it. This stop has to hold price. Okay, if this stop is not able to hold price, you have the second factor, the second barrier, which is this last bearish candle. Okay, so you have this last bearish candle, which is also going to be as I always say, the opening of the bearish candle should be your last. Okay, so this is type 2 and this is type 1. So this is type 1. When price is able to go below this bullish candle, then this bearish candle should be able to hold price for price to go what? Upwards. So now let me go over again. In this scenario, today we're talking about type 2, right? So we're talking about order block type 2. So this is type 2, right? The last swing high, and then this is type 1, the last swing low. So type 2 takes the bullish candle when price started going bullish. Right? Price went above this bullish candle. So this bullish candle should prevent price from what? Selling below it. This is type 2, right? And then this bearish candle is the last to prevent price from selling below it. This is type 1. I believe we follow. So if you have this in mind, you know where your stop loss is. So with this kind of trade, first price giving you a signal to buy from here, your stop loss should be here, because you have two angles where price should protect you. This guy and this guy. So this is how you manage order block. This is how you should always be what? Identifying price. Okay, you look at type 2 and you look at type 1. Both of them should protect you. So if they all fail, then it means the trade is still bearish. I believe you follow. Yes, so this is order block type 2, and I'm hoping you will be able to identify them when you see it. Now, one fact about type. Oh, where is my? One fact about type 2 is there's something we call divergence. Okay, type 2 plays a very, very significant role when it comes to divergence. We talk about divergence in our next video, but today we're talking about other blocks type 2, and type 2 will lead you to the next stage. So we have to be able to see this. All right, now relating this to trend lines or trend, knowing that we are in a trend, is when this type 2 and type 1 are able to do what? Hold price for you, right? So now let's assume price is bearish now. Let's say price is able to hold. Okay, this area is able to hold price, so price couldn't go below it. All right, good. That's a good sign. So if you want to use order block without trend line, this is how you do it. Right. All you need is that price shouldn't go below these two areas. So we have your bullish sentiment coming in, right? Price starts going up. Now, to be able to know that you are in a bullish scenario, it's when price is always taking out the highest high at that moment. So at this moment, this is your highest high, right? So if your new bullish sentiment is going always above the highest high, meaning you're in a bullish scenario or you're in a bullish environment. Okay. So now when price is retracing, you expect price to either retrace on the last highest high, which was created previously, which will be your last what? Type 2. Order block what? Type 2. So if price does not hold, if type 2 does not hold, you have type 1 to hold your price for you, right? So if you have this analysis in your mind all the time, you should be able to be a profitable trader, and you should be able to manage your trade. You know when to be out of a trade, and you know when to be in a trade. So as a good trader, the only moment you could be in trade is from this area or this area, right? We talk about entries more and more. We'll talk about entries more in our next videos. or yes, in our upcoming videos, because it's a systematic something that I'm preparing for everybody. All right. So as I'm saying, this is order block type 1, and if type 1 is not able to hold price, sorry, type 2. If type 2 is not able to hold price, type 1 should be able to hold price. Okay, type 1 should be able to hold price. And if type 1 fails, you should prepare for a divergence, price changing direction. Right, so let me take out the noise again, and let's see. So now we are here, price has been able to hold, type 1 was able to hold price, type 2 couldn't. So what do? We enter our buys, and that buy will be out of a setup in this area. If this is a 4-hour, in 15 minutes you find a setup here. We talk about that. And now this is it. The setup we're talking about is the same thing. You could see price taking out a high, all right? This is a swing high, price taking it out and retracing. You find this same kind of setup here in a smaller time frame. You find it here in a smaller time frame. So if you see anything like this, that means price is about to what? Elevate again, right? So if you have this, you should be able to make money. So at the long run, there will be a setup, maybe price giving you a buy or a bullish engulfing or a doji or something. All you need is a setup. You get something like this, you be in your buy, your stop loss will be where? Down here, under this order block. So when price goes below this, it's trying to right? It will not look perfect like this all the time. But all you need to do is to prepare your mind, prepare yourself. In this business, you take risk. It is not 100%, but you manage your losses, right? You cut your losses short. And one interesting thing about this particular setup or strategy is your risk to reward is always higher, right? If you enter a trade here and your stop loss is here and your TP is even here, you could realize that the distance from your entry to your TP and from your entry to your stop loss is quite wide. Maybe it is 1:2 or 1:3 ratio. I believe you understand what I'm saying. So yes, this is order block type 2, and I want you to really keep observing it in price. Let's go to our chart and let's have a look at what's happening there. Let's see if we can relate it to what's happening in our chart right now. So chat. Right, good. So on our charts, we go to so my images at my account, so don't worry. We go to DJ, right? DJ. Good. So we have other block type 1 and type 2 here, and I'm about to point them out to you. So let's assume price started buying, okay? It came to sell a little bit. This doesn't matter. Price still buys. So the last, okay, when price was in this shoe, the last candle left behind is this one. So this is type 1, right? This is type 1. So if this is type 1, where is type 2? Type 2 is this last bullish candle. So price bought above this bullish candle, right? This is it. 1 second, let me take out my image. Now, going over again. Now, the last bullish candle that price left before shooting up is this one. Sorry, bearish candle is this guy, right? That Buzo candle or whatsoever. And the last bullish candle the left was this guy. So we have two angles. Price bought closed above this bullish candle, right? Now we have order block type 2 here. So the body of this candle, you can take the body or the wick. But let's take the body on this one. Okay, you could see that type 2 block price prevented price from doing what? Coming lower. Okay, making price go up a little bit. And what did price do? Price found its way coming all the way down to where? Type 1. And where is type 1? This guy. This long bearish candle is type 1. You understand? So if you have this in check, you are able to make money. Now let me show you something quickly. Now that price blocked this type 1 was able to block price. What happened over here? There was what other block here. And what did price do? It bought and what it came back to respect it. Okay. Another type what? Type 2 has played out over here. This is your buy. I'm going over again. When price blocked, type 1 blocked price from selling below it. There was a new drop over here. Price went up. You have your what? Type 2. And even beside type 2 is this last bearish candle, which is also type 1. So if you have a setup like this, it's a strong area that price can hardly go below it. You understand? So if you have this, you should be able to make enough money here. This is a simple trade, a perfect one, and you could have been more profitable. Now, looking at what price is doing right now, the last bearish candle is this guy. Okay, this is the last bearish candle, and if price comes lower, your other block will be this last bullish candle, which is this doji over here. So if this guy is not able to hold price, okay, then this guy should hold price and it should bring price lower. Now, there's one interesting thing about this. Okay, whilst price is selling, price is moving other blocks. So this other block. So if price is going to buy, you should be able to buy above this not, and price will return. As soon as it touches this bearish bullish candle, price will return. So you can mark this down on your chart and see how it played out, whether it was right or not. Right now, the strongest hold on this drop is this bullish bearish candle, which is type 1. So type 1 should come and make price go up. If price comes lower into type 1 should be able to what? Drop price. Alright, I think looking at this guy, if price comes lower, this becomes type 2. Okay, this becomes type 2 because type 1 is when price, okay, this is a bearish. I'll handle bearish other blocks. So what we did was bullish, so let's talk about bullish so that I don't confuse, right? So as I was saying, this last type 1 prevented price from what? Going below it. Now let's look for type 2. Where is type 2? Okay, drop bullish type. Okay, so type 1 and type 2 are always almost close by. Okay, now let's look at this guy. This is the last bearish candle, which is type 1, and this is type 2. Bullish candle is type 2. So if price buys above both of them, they become a stronghold, right? So you have bullish, you have bearish. Price will find it difficult coming down there. But this bullish candle is now going to prevent price from coming lower. This bearish candle is also preventing price from coming lower. So this is a stronghold for price to go up. This happens at the places we call divergence. Okay, I'm almost talking about divergence here, but I'll talk about it in a minute. So yes, type 1, type 1, type 1. This is a bullish candle. Type 1 at this scenario, this is type 1. At the moment that price changes direction, this becomes type 2. That means price has come lower to it and price has to go back down, back up to retrace. So now the bullish candle becomes type 1 if price is bearish. Okay, it becomes type 1. So if this type 2 is not able to hold price, then we are going to a type 1 for price to drop. Sometimes it wouldn't get there. Okay, as I always say, it might not get there. Looking at candles having bullish and bearish candles in between them, that means price is preparing itself to give us a massive drop. We call it it's cleaning, or it's making it balance before it drops, right? So today we spoke about bullish order blocks type 1, bearish order block type 2. Let me finish the bearish order block, which is vice by itself whatever I said today. Let me make it sharp quick, and then let's let me just turn this around. Good. So turning it How is this thing done? I think this is it. Let me try. So, alright, so this is bearish order block type. Bearish order block. We are talking about type 2 and type 1. So now, the last bearish candle when price started selling is this one. So this is what type 1. Okay. Now this bullish candle here is type 2. Okay, so if price is buying and this bullish candle is not able to hold price, then this last bearish candle should hold price. Type 1 should hold price. The same way from here, this bullish candle is here. Now if type 1 is not able to hold price, type 2, which is this bearish candle, should hold price. From here, price should drop to take out this high. So the same scenario, if this guy does not hold price, then the last bearish candle should hold price. This bearish candle should hold price. The price comes here and it drops. So this swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. This is the anatomy. This is the whole truth behind it. Swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. So that means we have type 1 order block, then we have type 1 order block, type 2, type 1, type 2. So if price is selling and type 2 is not able to break price, then type 1 should be able to hold price. I believe you get it. It's simple. It's simple. With the way I'm illustrating, I'm hoping you get it right. I'm hoping you get it right. So as we can see over here, we have the same scenario playing out all the time. Now this type 2 setup is when price is coming around. So you busting your seat belt and then you really buckle up and then prepare yourself and keep observing price and you get to know, okay, see all the secrets that is behind what price does all the time. Okay, that is all that matters. So other blocks type 1 and type 2, kindly go over the video severally so that I can get it clearly, so that I can go to the next stage. Now if you are now watching this video, I've left a link for the previous video which you should have watched before this one, so that to make it more clearer for you. Thank you and subscribe. I've got more video coming. Enjoy it. Bye.